I know that you wanted to weigh in on Laken Riley's trial and the decision from his legal team to go with a judge trial, a bench trial versus a jury trial, and the prosecution's decision not to go after the death penalty. And so before we discuss who your little angel was, I wanted to give you a few minutes to weigh in on that trial since it's fresh on everybody's mind this week. Go ahead, Alexis.
I do think it was very stupid of him to waive his right for a jury trial. I genuinely feel that the prosecution should have given the family the opportunity to have the death penalty on the table simply because their daughter is no longer here. It's very sad, that they've had that this individual, Ibarra, it's very upsetting to see more cases like this and to know that I'm also living this reality. And I believe he should have had the death penalty. He should have been given that without a second thought because what he did was entirely heinous. What Franklin Pena and Johan Rangel did to Jocelyn, Ibarra did this to Laken. He singled her out. He put a target on her back without her realizing and took her life away. And her family will forever have to be reminded of the loss that they will always have in their hearts and in their families. And I'm glad that he is getting life without parole. He's not going to be able to do this to anybody else. But I think life is a less sentence. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
It should have been worse.
I agree with you. Being a father of a teenage girl, I'm a bit of an Old Testament guy, and I like eye for an eye. I know some folks may disagree with that because I'm pro-life, and probably you are as well, but I don't see a controversy there. I can still be pro-life, and so can you, and we can also say we want the death penalty when there is overwhelming evidence, when there is forensic evidence. I mean, I don't understand how we just let these people even breathe the same air.
I always believed she was an old soul because she simply dressed like a child that grew up in the 90s when, she was born in 2011. She loved music way beyond her time. She rocked clothes that you would style from back in the 90s. She was so caring and such an amazing friend to all her friends. She made sure that anybody, not just her friends, but that kids weren't being bullied, that they were standing up for themselves. She had the kindest soul. She told her therapist that told me, if there's one dream you could have, what would it be? And she said she wanted every stray animal to have a home. She didn't want any animal to be left in without a home and without love.